Hello everyone, I hope I find you well. Thank you for your tremendous support and for your views. And to my brother Ed Chanel 42, thank you very much for your unwavering support. Okay, let's dive into the task which we have here at hand. I've got a question here, so I'm going to read the question to you and then we'll proceed and find the solution. So I'm going to read here, in the diagram, PQR is a segment of a circle of radius 6 centimeters and center O. PR equals 6 centimeters, RS equals 8 centimeters, PS equals 3x plus 4 centimeters, and the angle PRS equals 120 degrees. So this is the diagram for the information which I've just read. Okay, so our segment here is PQR, this region here, which is bound by the arc PQR and the straight line PR. That's our segment. And we have a triangle here, PRS, with the side PR 6 centimeters, RS 8 centimeters, and PS 3x plus 4 centimeters. And for the angle of 120 degrees at R here, PO is radius and RO is radius. Okay, so we are told here that the radius equals 6 centimeters. So the length of PO is 6 centimeters as well as the length of RO is 6 centimeters. So it means the triangle this triangle PRO is an equilateral triangle because here is 6 centimeters and radius 6 centimeters and here 6 centimeters. So this one is PRO is an equilateral triangle. So it means the sizes of the internal angles of this equilateral triangle are 60 degrees. Here 60 degrees, here 60 degrees, and here 60 degrees. Remember, an equilateral triangle is arcangular. Okay, let's proceed. So we've got some questions here based on the information you are given and on that diagram. Calculate the area of the segment PQR and B part 1. Form an equation in X and show that it reduces to 3x squared plus 8x minus 44 equals 0. Then solve the equation 3x squared plus 8x minus 44 equals 0, giving your answers correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so there we are. Let's dive into our solution. So for the value of pi, you're going to use 3,142. So you want to find the area of segment PQR, which is this region bound by arc PQR and the length and the straight line PR, this region. So for us to get the area of segment, you're going to use this equation. Area of segment equals area of sector minus area of triangle. Okay, so area of sector uses this formula, theta over 360 degrees times pi r squared, and area of triangle uses this formula, half multiplied by a multiplied by b multiplied by sine theta. Okay, so theta is this angle which is between radius PO, which is between the two radii, which is between PO and RO here. That's our theta. Okay, and also A and B are these two the radii PO and RO. In other words, the sides which have an angle in between them. Remember, our angle is here at the center, so it is between the angle is between PO and RO. So A and B here represent PO and RO. Okay, let's proceed. So here we are. So I'm going to put some values into these two formulae. Okay, so remember I said that triangle PR, let me just show you so that you can remember it. This triangle PRO is an equilateral triangle. So this angle is 60 degrees and this 60 and this 60. So our theta is 60 degrees. So it's 60 degrees over 360 degrees multiplied by 3,142 for the value of pi, multiplied by the radius squared, that's 6 squared, minus half multiplied by a, which is 1 radius PO, multiplied by 6, which is the, sorry, it's multiplied by 6, which represents radius PO, and multiply by 6, which represents a radius RO. Those are A and B. Multiply by sine 60 degrees. And then we simplify. It's 1 over 6. The 60 over 3, 60 in lowest terms, 1 over 6. 1 over 6 multiplied by 3,142 multiplied by 36 minus half multiplied by 36 sine 60 degrees. And finally, the area of segment becomes 3,26 square centimeters to 3 significant figures. Okay, so let's proceed. We want to go to question B, part 1. It says here, form an equation in x and show that it reduces to 3x squared plus 8x minus 44 equals 0. Okay, so let us look at this triangle PRS. So we are going to use the triangle PRS to form an equation in x and show that it reduces to 3x squared plus 8x minus 44. So how am I going to form this equation? I'm going to use the cosine rule. Okay, and I'm going to use the alternative version of the cosine rule, which we use mainly for finding an unknown angle. So, but here I know I have a given angle at 120 degrees. So I'm going to apply the cosine rule. Cos PRS, this one, equals to the square of PR, which is PR squared plus R, the square of R, S, which is RS squared minus P, minus the square of PS, which is PS squared, over 2 multiplied by PR multiplied by RS. So, how did I arrive at this formula? If you come here, side PR and side length RS contain an angle in between them of 120 degrees. So when you use cosine rule, which is used to find an unknown angle, you say cosine of the angle. In this case, I know the angle is PRS, but I'm going to just write cos PRS equals to the square of one of the sides, which contain the angle, that's PR, plus the square of the other side, which contain the angle, minus the square of the side which is opposite the given angle, the unknown angle which you want to find. Okay, over 2 multiplied by one of the sides which contain the angle multiplied by the other side which contain the angle. So in this case, PR and RS. So I'm going to substitute and put values into this formula. Okay, so remember PR, okay, so it's cos PRS equals PR squared plus RS squared minus PS squared over 2 multiplied by PR multiplied by RS. So our angle, remember, is 120. Let me just take you back a bit here. 120. So now it's cos 120 degrees equals 6 squared, which is the square of PR, plus 8 squared, which is the square of RS, minus 3x plus 4 squared, which is the square of PS, over 2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8 over 90. So okay, 2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8, which gives us 96. And then you proceed and simplify here. Finally, we get to this cos 120 degrees equals 100 minus 9x squared plus 24x plus 6. This with 9x squared plus 24x plus 6 is obtained when you this 3x plus 4 squared. It means you have two brackets which contain 3x plus 4 and they multiply each other, and then it simplifies to this. Okay, over 96. So let's proceed. Right, now we are here. Cos 120 is minus 0,5. And here if you collect like terms, 100 minus 16, you get 84. 84 minus 9x squared minus 24x over 96. And then you cross multiply. And then 6 multiplied by minus 0,5, we get minus 48 equals 84 minus 9x squared minus 24. And then I take these terms on the right side to the left side, and I leave 0 at the right side of the equation. So it's 9x squared plus 24x minus 84 minus 48 equals 0. So remember, when you change the sides of a term, the sign also changes. So if you check 9x, here it's got a positive sign, but previously there was a negative. But since I I switched 9x, negative 9x squared to the left, the sign also became positive. Okay, so finally, after simplifying here, we get 9x squared plus 24x minus 132 equals 0. And the common factor for 9x squared, 24x minus 132 is 3. So I divide throughout by 3. And finally, I'll get 3x squared plus 8x minus 44 equals 0. So I've shown how I formed an equation in x and worked the 2I. It reduced to 3x squared plus 8x minus 44. Okay, finally, let's go to our final solution for the final question. We want to solve the equation 3x squared plus 8x minus 44 equals 0. Now, the general form for a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So I'm going to compare these two, the general form and this one which I have. My a is 3, my b is 8, and my c is minus 44. So I'm going to substitute these values into, put these values or insert these values into this quadratic formula for solving a quadratic equation. We mainly use this formula for a quadratic equation which does not factorize. Okay, so it says x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, and I'm putting the values. B, remember, is 8, the a is 3, and c is minus 44. So it becomes minus 8 plus or minus square root of a squared, 8 squared minus 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by minus 44 all over 2 multiplied by 3. Okay. And we are, so x equals minus 8 plus or minus square root of 64 plus 528. And then proceed. So here there are two solutions. Okay. The first one is x equals minus 8 plus square root of 592 all over 6. And the second solution is minus 8 minus the square root of 592 all over 6. So I'm going to split here so that you can see them clearly. So the first solution is got a positive sign between minus 8 and the square root of 592. The second solution is got a minus. Okay, here there's a minus, here a plus. Okay, from this plus or minus. Okay, so finally, x equals to 16,33105 over 6 or minus 32,33105 etc. over 6. Okay, so to avoid errors, you must first of all find the result of the numerator before you divide by 6. So you enter on your calculator, you enter minus 8 plus square root of 592, and you put you press the equal sign button and get the result first as 16,33105, and then finally divide by 6. As well here as well, also you must say minus 8 minus square root of 592 and get the answer first, which is minus 32,33105 etc. And then you divide by 6 afterwards. Don't just enter all these values at once. Okay, you get the wrong result. You must first find the answer of the numerator on its own and then divide by 6 afterwards. Okay, so final x equals to 2,72 to 2 decimal places, or minus 539 to 2 minus 5,39 to 2 decimal places. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next videos.